How modern society has lost its way. Have you ever found yourself wondering why it seems like respect and decency are fading from our world? Why the principles that once bound us together as a society now seem like distant memories? If you're concerned about the erosion of ethics and morality in our world, you're not alone. In this video, we'll dive deep into the psychological and spiritual changes that have led to a decline in ethical behavior and respect in our society. In recent years, there has been a noticeable shift in the way people treat one another. The respect and principles that once served as the foundation of our interactions have been slowly eroding. Where people once held each other in high regard, acknowledging the inherent dignity in every individual, we now see a troubling trend of disrespect, rudeness, and selfishness. This change hasn't just affected our day-to-day interactions. It has seeped into the very fabric of our relationships, and by extension, humanity as a whole. Psychologically speaking, this shift can be attributed to several factors. The rise of social media, for instance, has created an environment where anonymity allows people to express opinions and emotions without the consequences of face-to-face interactions. This lack of accountability has made it easier for people to disregard the feelings and rights of others, leading to a decline in empathetic and ethical behavior. Moreover, modern society's focus on individualism over collectivism has fostered a culture where personal success is often prioritized over communal well-being. The me-first mentality has diminished the importance of mutual respect and consideration. People are increasingly driven by self-interest, leading to actions that may benefit the individual in the short term, but harm relationships and society in the long run. This psychological shift is also evident in the growing prevalence of stress, anxiety, and depression. When people feel disconnected from others, they are more likely to engage in behavior that is unethical or disrespectful. The lack of deep, meaningful connections has made it easier for individuals to dehumanize one another, seeing others as obstacles or competitors rather than fellow human beings deserving of respect. From a spiritual ethical standpoint, the decline in respect and moral actions can be seen as a disconnection from our true selves and the greater universe. Spiritual teachings often emphasize the interconnectedness of all beings, urging us to act with compassion, kindness, and respect towards one another. However, as modern society has moved further away from these teachings, we have lost touch with the ethical principles that once guided our actions. The erosion of spiritual values in favor of materialism has led to a world where success is often measured by wealth, power, and status rather than by the quality of our relationships and the goodness of our actions. This shift has caused many to lose sight of the importance of treating others with respect and dignity. Instead of seeing others as reflections of ourselves and recognizing the divine in every person, we have come to view people as tools or obstacles in our pursuit of material success. The spiritual consequence of this shift is profound. As we drift further away from ethical and moral actions, we also move further away from our true spiritual nature. This disconnection manifests in feelings of emptiness, loneliness, and dissatisfaction, as we seek fulfillment in external achievements rather than in our relationships with others and with the divine. There was a time when communities were tightly knit, and people came together to help one another overcome challenges. Whether it was a natural disaster, economic hardship, or a personal crisis, individuals understood the importance of standing hand in hand to face difficulties. This spirit of cooperation was a cornerstone of human relationships, rooted in the understanding that we are stronger together than apart. However, this sense of community and mutual support has been eroded in recent years. The rise of individualism, combined with technological advancements that allow us to live increasingly isolated lives, has led to a decline in the willingness to help others. Where once people would rush to assist their neighbors, today we often find ourselves too caught up in our own lives to even notice when someone else is in need. This change can be attributed to several factors. The fast-paced nature of modern life has left many feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, with little energy left to extend a helping hand to others. Additionally, the competitive nature of today's society has fostered a mentality of every person for themselves, where people are more focused on their own success than on the well-being of those around them. The shift from cooperation to isolation has had a profound impact on our relationships and our sense of community. Without the support of others, individuals are left to face challenges on their own, leading to increased stress and a sense of loneliness. The lack of mutual support has also weakened the bonds that once held communities together, leading to a more fragmented and divided society. The reasons for this change are complex, but they can be traced back to a combination of cultural, technological, and economic factors. The rise of consumerism has led to a focus on material success and individual achievement, often at the expense of relationships and community. The advent of technology, while offering many benefits, has also created barriers to meaningful human interaction, leading to a decline in empathy and connection. In light of these changes, it's crucial for us to take a step back and reflect on what truly makes us human. At our core, we are social beings, designed to live in community and to support one another. The principles of respect, empathy, and cooperation are not just ethical ideals, they are the very foundation of our humanity. We must ask ourselves, what kind of world do we want to live in? Do we want to continue down a path of isolation and self-interest? Or do we want to return to a way of life where mutual respect and support are valued? The choice is ours, but it requires a conscious effort to reconnect with the principles that once guided our actions. By committing to treat others with respect, to offer a helping hand when needed, and to prioritize the well-being of our communities, we can begin to rebuild the ethical foundation that has been eroded. It's time to reconnect with what makes us human, and to recognize that true success is not measured by individual achievement, but by the strength of our relationships and the goodness of our actions. As we reflect on this troubling trend, it's important to remember that change begins with each one of us. By committing to act with respect, empathy, and ethical integrity in our daily lives, we can start to rebuild the principles that once made our society strong. Let's strive to reconnect with our true spiritual nature and recognize the divine in every person we encounter. If you found this discussion meaningful and want to explore more content like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're curious about how we make these videos, including the tools we use for video and image creation, check out the links in the description below. Together, we can foster a world where respect, ethics, and humanity are once again at the forefront of our interactions.